If you're a pastrami lover, then you're going to want to watch this episode of Eat, Live, Love San Fernando Valley as I take you across 4 pastrami spots in the 818. From iconic delis to hidden gems, some of them you probably even know, but they all bring the flavor. There are sandwiches, and then there's pastrami, that smoky, peppery, juicy cut that turns bread into something worth dreaming about. So where do you find the best pastrami sandwiches in the San Fernando Valley? Today on Eat, Live, Love San Fernando Valley, we're taking you to 4 must-try spots for pastrami lovers. Some are legendary, one seriously underrated, and all of them definitely worth the calories. Let's kick things off with tradition. San Carlo Italian Deli in Chatsworth, been serving the San Fernando Valley since 1959. And this family-run spot has pastrami that's perfectly stacked, griddled, and seasoned to perfection. Oh my gosh, look at the size of this hot pastrami sandwich. The freshly hand-sliced pastrami, the pickles, the mustard, and of course, the freshly baked bread. And this is what holds it all together. Somehow, like a champ, this freshly baked bread is able to keep all this together. Just the juices dripping out of this sandwich. So much flavor in this pastrami. And how, again, the mustard, the pickles, all on this freshly baked bread. Now, if you're talking iconic, you can't skip the next one. Let's head over to Northridge. Brent's Deli is the name in pastrami. Towering sandwiches, legendary status, and a menu deeper than the 405 during rush hour. But we're here for one thing, the pastrami. You don't come here for subtle, you come here for pastrami you can barely get your hands around, and that's exactly what we're getting. Guys, this is the pastrami Reuben at Brent's Deli. All right, I've been waiting all day to take a bite of this bad boy. The first thing you notice when you bite into this sandwich is the rye bread. I love the crunch sound that you immediately hear when you take a bite into this sandwich. So this sandwich has perfect flavor all the way through when you consider the fact that you have your pastrami, you got your sauerkraut, your cheese on it, again, on this double baked rye bread. Now take a look here, get a good piece at this pastrami. First of all, look how thinly sliced it is, as well as look at the blackened edges on it. So this is cooked to perfection. All right, time to change gears. Let's head over to Francos in Van Nuys, where the vibe is old school and the sandwiches hit hard. Francos in Van Nuys is tiny and absolutely delivers when it comes to hot pastrami subs. It's no frills, just big flavor, fast service, and decades of valley history stuffed into every roll. This is the kind of pastrami that's made for a lunch break, fast, hot, and unforgettable. The Francos Submarines. The shop itself is only 180 square feet, so it's super tiny. But let me tell you something. The sandwiches themselves are anything but tiny. They're huge. They're gargantuous. So this is their hot pastrami sandwich. I got it with the provolone cheese, the hot steamy pastrami, and then on top of it, you can see you got the deli pickles, the onions, the ripe tomatoes, and you got the mustard, the mayonnaise. They have their dried herbs on it. So it's just an incredible sandwich, and I've been waiting all day to take a bite of this bad boy. One thing I can't show you on camera is the aroma of this sandwich. It is absolutely divine. I could inhale it the entire day if I could. All right, the sandwich itself, after you take a bite, the first thing you notice is the chewiness of this sesame bread that we were talking about, that you could only find here at Francos. And then you got the delicious pastrami, and when you take that bite, you got the pastrami mixed in with the provolone cheese, all with the deli pickles and the tomatoes and the onions and the mustard, and just all of that combined makes for an amazing sandwich. the hidden gem, the most underrated pastrami spot in the valley, hands down. And you've probably passed Basils Deli in Canoga Park 100 times without noticing it. But step inside and you'll find one of the best pastrami sandwiches around. Thick cuts, crispy edges, and a flavor bomb in every bite. And it's not just me, these guys have hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of 5-star reviews. This might be the most slept on sandwich in the valley. And if you know, you know. If not, now you do. So this is it, the Tuscan hot pastrami sub. I'll be honest with you, I've been waiting all day to dive into this beautiful sandwich. I'm just gonna hold it up for a second so you can actually see how much meat is actually on this sandwich. Let's take a bite. Like I said before, these guys don't skimp on the meat. There is so much meat in this sandwich. So many of the places that you go to, there's a lot more bread and there's not enough meat. Here, you do not have that problem at all. Then you take a look at the bread. And one of the things I like about the bread here is that it's slightly toasted, so you don't have that real crunchy feel to it. It's not soft, it's not too crunchy, it's just the right texture to it. And then you have everything else inside. You got the cheese. Like I said, I really like spicy food a lot. So you have the spicy chipotle sauce on it. It gives a lot of kick. But like everything else, like you normally would have, it gets even out by the cheese and the tomato. Overall, just a really good sandwich. So there you have it, 4 pastrami spots in the San Fernando Valley that absolutely delivered. Whether you're going old school, iconic, quick bite, or hidden gem, you can't go wrong with any of these. Hungry for more local food finds? Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us right here on Eat, Live, Love San Fernando Valley. We're always serving up the best of the 818.